To make the pizza dough, place 7 grams of fast action yeast into 325 millilitres of tepid water. Give it a mix and leave it to one side for about 5 minutes until it foams up. Next, place 500 grams of bread flour into a mixing bowl and add in 5 grams of salt. Give it a mix and make a well in the centre. Next, pour in the yeast and water and give it a mix until it comes together to form a dough. Once the dough comes together, turn it out onto a lightly floured workbench and knead the dough until it becomes smooth and stretchy and all that gluten has been worked. This will take around 5 to 10 minutes, but just move it around and roll it about and stretch it until it feels a lot smoother and a lot more stretchy. Roll it into a ball and cut it into 4 equal portions. Next, take each piece of dough and roll them into balls. Just place your hand over the top of the dough and press gently down towards the workbench, and the friction between the bench and your hands will create a ball as you roll your hand around. We only need to make 2 pizzas today, so with the other 2 pieces of dough, I'm going to place them into freezer bags and just drop them in the freezer until I'm ready to use them. Once they're frozen, if you do want to use them on that day, I recommend getting them out on the morning. Place them in the fridge to defrost and then take them out of the fridge 1 hour before you want to use it. At this stage, you can also place the dough balls into the fridge and leave them to slowly prove overnight. If you want to use it straight away, just lightly flour the workbench again and then place the dough balls onto it and then flour over the top and cover with a damp cloth and leave it for at least 1 hour, but ideally 2 hours, just to prove and relax. Next, I'm going to show you how to stretch out the dough without using a rolling pin. So uncover your dough and lightly flour your bench. Place your dough ball into the centre and place a bit of flour on top of that as well. And then just from the centre, press out towards the edges, and you might hear some of the air bubbles pop as you're doing this, and just keep pressing until you've got a saucer-like shape around, which will eventually be the crust. Then flip it over and do the same again. At that stage, you want to pick it up and just gently stretch it out with your knuckles until it gets to the size that you want it, and you have a beautiful thin crust.